more than 90% of people living with HIV or AIDS are living in Africa, and particularly in sub-Saharan Africa.
We made many mistakes dealing with HIV in Western countries, and we learned from our mistakes, so we can bring now this knowledge to Africa. We can help Africa not to make our same mistakes. HIV is treatable, but you cannot eradicate it. It will evolve in a way that it becomes resistant to drugs.
We have to change drugs continuously to take the virus under control. The difficult part is what drugs to use in each specific patient. So we need to take into account the many drugs we have and the many variants that HIV can evolve into.
Very few people have the exact same virus, but there are a number of people who have similar virus, and you would like to find these patients, find what therapies were effective for that patient, and infer what would be the best therapy for the current patient with this particular virus.
The EuResist project was set up in 2006 to develop and deliver a system available freely on the web to assist the doctor's choices with regard to anti-HIV treatment. We gathered many data from different countries in Europe to arrange a very large database. This database contained a description of treatment history, the type of virus, and the success or failure of a specific treatment.
It's very hard for a physician to follow what are the new mutations arriving and to try and figure out how they are related to success and failure of therapies. This cannot be done manually. You need to use some algorithms to figure out these relations. We can accumulate records from different hospitals, analyze them, find relations, find evidence, and find the best therapy and the best treatment approach for a patient.
A doctor in a very big clinic may see 200 or 300 patients. A system like EuResist knows the stories of 50,000 patients.
In the EuResist project IBM contribution, we had two components. One was integrating the data, harmonizing it, and putting it on a large database. And the other one was to create prediction engine in order to be able to predict what will be the outcome of a therapy and to use it in the recommendation system.
The role of IBM was not only to integrate data at the beginning, but also to make it feasible that the data are refreshed regularly. This is very relevant. Otherwise, we cannot predict the activity because we don't know the new drugs. As a doctor, I don't need to know which single drugs are working. I need to know which cocktail of drugs is working. So EuResist is the only system returning drug cocktails instead of individual drugs.
Having access to the system and having some simple patient information from a blood sample can make the difference for millions of people in Africa. We can help doctors to prescribe the most effective treatments for a specific patient. And we help patients to have more treatment options in their life, so to live longer and a better life.
As long as we reach most of the people infected, we will be very successful in Africa as we have been and we still continue to be in Western countries.